Hey everybody, today I read Psalm 114. This again is another really short psalm, but the overall gist of the psalm really is talking about mostly about the Exodus, about God bringing the people out of Egypt, more talking specifically about the actual nature around it. So like in verse 3 it says the sea looked and fled, talking about like the Red Sea parting, right? The Jordan turned back, talking about when the Jordan dried up so they could walk across dry ground into the promised land. It describes the mountains and the hills skipping like rams and like lambs. It says in verse 7, "Tremble, O earth, at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the God of Jacob, who turns the rock into a pool of water, the flint into a spring of water." Obviously, a callback to Moses striking the rock and water gushing forth so that the people would have water in the wilderness. All these callbacks showing God redeeming and saving his people over and over and over again. We see when Jesus is on the cross and his side is pierced that blood and water comes out. Just a callback to really this, showing that this is just a shadow of, again, things that were going to come, and how just as this rock provided water for the people to live physically, the water coming out of Jesus is just a symbol showing that he is that salvation for this new people now of every tribe, tongue, people, and nation. The other thing I think of when I see this whole psalm talking about the world and the earth and how it responds to the Lord, really in how it follows every commandment that it's given. It is far more obedient than we are. I always think of something that John Piper says where he talks about how creation remembers before the curse. The creation actually remembers what it was like before sin. And Paul literally says that the whole creation is groaning together in pains of childbirth until now. Like it wants to get back to what it was. And so we just see how it eagerly obeys the Lord in everything that it can do.